And yes, they are made of wax. Do not try to eat them.
Excuse me, is it possible to order without a car?
Yeah, sure, I will do it. Let me finish this car right now. I will take it.
Okay, we'll
just,
step.
Just stand right here.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They're doing some serious construction. Can we get 2 large fries?
Too large?
Yeah.
Right.
That's it, yeah. Or did you need, you still have a drink?
Too
Yeah,
large
perfect.
fries, man? $7.19.
I think next time he comes in, I'll try that lemonade.
Thank you. Are we a car?
If I have
Hello everyone, excuse my appearance. I feel like I looked rough all day long, so it's probably fine. Sebastian just got into the bath. I took one. I'm in some PJs. And yeah, I guess I will chat with you because I don't think we did. Did we? No, I was gonna chat with you when we started a walk, but my aunt called. So I was doing that instead, talking with her. Anyway, we woke up, it's Monday today, and had breakfast, and then I needed to do some computer work. I had a quick label, and I needed to install a plugin for the dog rescue. It turned out to be already installed. I think it was one we already used, but now it can't do everything that they need. Like, some of the functionality is paid, so I just sent them all the information and showed them the page that it's on. Didn't want to invest time in styling it if I wasn't sure if they were going to keep it. But then it was pretty late already. It was like almost 1, so it's like, oh, I copied some vlogs off my phone onto my computer and then pushed them to our local server because Danny wanted to test out that the scripts he wrote to copy those to our storage server is working. So I did that. So that took a little longer. But yeah, then the boys and I went out to Starbucks. Well, they wanted to stop into the dollar store real quick to get a couple snacks before Starbucks, like to bring to Starbucks, and then we ate outside because the one table I feel comfortable at, if it's not busy in there, was already taken. So Jax complained a lot. We didn't see hardly any bugs. He's so afraid of bugs. There was maybe an ant nowhere near us, but he was still kind of freaking out and whining a lot. And then they were out of lemonade that Sebastian wanted, and they were out of the cream frappuccino base, which Jax wanted. So please, I can't catch a break. Stop complaining. I'm spending $30 on food and drinks for you. But we ate. I just had a bagel, and then I got a lemon loaf to split 3 ways. Sebastian chose trail mix from the dollar store and then had me get him a tea and a cheese stick. My drink was just an iced Americano, decaf. Jax ended up getting a soy chai, an iced soy chai. I said, you're finally big enough, you can have a little bit of caffeine that's in the chai, because he does like that drink. He didn't quite finish it. I'd have to get him a small next time, I think. I was trying to be nice because he was whining like he was bummed. Then he got a egg and bacon sandwich. So yeah, lots of money. But after that, I was like, I really want French fries. But I didn't know if we were gonna get burgers because we hadn't gotten burgers in a while, and I know we're getting down to where we don't have a lot of groceries, not a lot of options. But I messaged Danny and he's like, we can do burgers tomorrow night, so go ahead, get your French fries and walk with them. Because I was like, I really just want to eat French fries while I'm walking. And the kids are like, yes, let's. There's a Wendy's. Like, I'm not a fast food kind of person. Normally, French fries involves cooking them in the oven or restaurant. But I hope Wendy's French fries are vegetarian, because McDonald's are not, and they always make me sick, so I get the smallest amount possible, and I'd still be like, oh, why am I so crazy? But it's because they put beef extract in it. So I think Wendy's are safe. They didn't make me sick. I had about half of a large French fry. But anyway, getting ahead of myself. We go over to the Wendy's, which is just across the street from the Starbucks, and the exterior is kind of torn apart. We're like, oh, they're doing some work with the doors open. We step into the vestibule, and it's just tools and cords, and I like look around the corner. No, it's like completely gutted, like the parts that we could see. I'm like, oh, we're not supposed to be in here. Nobody said anything. They were all just like ignoring us. But we back out and I reevaluate, and I see a sign kind of hidden on the wall that said drive-through open during construction. So I'm like, okay, my car's parked on the opposite side of the shopping center, and I hate drive-throughs. I don't know why. I really don't like them. They anxiety. So, but I'm anxious to drive through a drive-through, but not to walk up to the window and say, excuse me, can we just order here on foot? There was a car coming that had already ordered, so he asked us to step aside to like the doorway area, and he gave them their food and took their payment. And then I came back around and I ordered our 2 large fries to split 3 ways. That was a first. But yeah, he didn't seem too phased. There was no other way to get the food. I even looked at the mobile ordering because they had a lot of parking spots that said mobile order pickup, but it said you had to go through the drive-thru to pick it up when I was gonna check out. So yeah, we walked through the drive-thru. So we got our fries, crossed the street, went into the trail, and like there's playgrounds all over the trail. There's one right at the beginning of it, and right when Sebastian was doing like his 5 minutes on the playground, my phone starts ringing, and it's not a spam call for once or a FaceTime for Jax. Those are the 2 times my phone rings, and it was my aunt. So she's just letting me know about family having surgery. It's a good thing, but I mean, any surgery is scary, so I'll be thinking about her tomorrow, and telling me about travel that's coming up for extended family wedding. I have no real cousins. I just have my mom's cousins, so like first cousins once removed is what they're called, which makes them sound so special, but they're my mom's cousin's children. But this is, yeah, one of my mom's cousins' children's wedding. I'm not close to them. I am Facebook friends with one of, maybe more than them. We don't really talk. I saw them a few summers. They knew my grandpa and grandma because that was their great aunt and uncle. But yeah, I have a small family. But anyway, my aunt, that's her cousin's children, so she's gonna go to the wedding. She's telling me about how excited she is for all of them to be together. Yep, we're just catching up. Her updating me, really. We didn't give any update on our end, but we finished out our walk, just a small forest loop on that alternate forest path through somebody else's neighborhood. But it has a Starbucks and our forest loop does not anymore, and it was like lunchtime, so if I was gonna walk, I had to like walk and eat. And then we got home. It was almost 4 already, and I needed to paint. But I'm sticking with the switching back and forth between the paintings, so it was Gizmo's turn to get all the final first coats on, building up a little bit more detail. I'm just gonna have to build and build. All 3 cats have white fur at some part of them, and that's something I've not done, so I'm gonna figure that out. I know I can do it. Then around 5, I was like, okay, we need to figure out dinner because Jax and I have a class, and all I really had was ramen left, something I keep on hand because I mean, it's just packs of noodles in the cabinet, and I bought a frozen bag of vegetables, and I almost always have broccoli left. I get a big bunch to use throughout the week, and we actually had the whole thing, so we're still gonna have a little more broccoli left. But I made ramen, and Jax and I ate and headed to the library. The class was at 6:30, and we got there at like 6:20. And the door was already open to the room. They've got all these event rooms with the partitioned walls so they can make them different sizes, but it was the smallest room set to the smallest size, and there was just like an L shape of like lecture room tables with about 8 chairs and a little setup with like wax getting melted, a microwave, and a supply cart. There was a librarian who I did not know, but she was very nice, and a teenage volunteer. I think it's required volunteer work when you're in high school here. I'm sure I'm going to learn about it soon enough. And they often have kids signing up to help with the library. So he was helping with that class. We're like, oh great, this looks so cute and intimate. So we grabbed a table with 2 chairs. She was going over everything and giving us our jars. We're making banana pudding candles. Another lady came in. Turns out she's a 3rd grade teacher. We chatted the whole time. And 2 twin girls, early teens. So we were all getting going, starting to pour the wax and stuff. And then like a mob came. Like a dozen more people. A bunch of moms with young kids, like with boys around 8, and this is an adult and teen. I would not have brought Jax if he was not old enough. I told Sebastian he could not come. I said this is a teen event. Jax is 12, but the library considers teen 12 and up. I don't know why. Every time I've asked, all the teen events are 12 and up. But yeah, she did not have enough jars, or wax. So she starts melting all the rest of her wax. It took 2 different kinds. There was the yellow wax on the bottom and then the white wax for like the whipped cream. And she started melting all of the yellow wax, looking for more jars. She only found like 1 more jar after having about 8 or 9 total. And then she found little votives. So that all the other people who were like out in the lobby, like the line was out the door, they got little votives, but she ran out of the yellow wax. So she had to melt all of the extra whipped topping and just fill the votives with that. So they're gonna have like white candles that smell like banana. Well, it doesn't even smell like banana. It smells like vanilla, I think, to me. Anyway, all that aside, it was a lot of people. A mix of masks. Everybody was in a mask until the mob showed up. Then a mom without a mask and a boy with one of those masks where it might as well not be on your face because it was under his nose and it's like that stretchy jersey material. It's like, at least it's holding your spit in, I guess, but he was coughing the whole time. Like, can't control it, coughing, and she kept like feeding him mints. Like it's gonna help. Like maybe just don't bring him. So now I'm gonna be anxious that I'm gonna have COVID. I was like leaning towards Jax. At one point I like texted without sending it and kept showing him my phone like, oh my god, the coughing is making me nervous. But let me just go over the candle. Basically, we had a little sticky circle we put on the bottom circle of a wick, stuck that inside our candle. She poured yellow wax in and we added some fragrance. We let that solidify, and then she'd had some soy wax that was white, solidifying till it was almost solid. Then she whipped it with a whisk and piped it on to our candles like whipped cream. And then they had some wax shapes. They had vanilla wafers and little banana slices. There's only 14 of those total, so not everybody got those for sure. But we were able to choose one or the other. I said surprise me and gave me the cookie, and I think I like that better than the banana because the banana was lacking some details. But Jax chose the banana, so we had one of each. And yeah, we just headed home. It was starting to rain, so we got out of there before it rained any harder than sprinkles and headed home. I went straight up to a bath because I was starting to get really chilly wearing sandals inside the house in the air conditioner because the air conditioner was going kind of crazy even though it was so cold outside. Like not so cold, but like 60. I was like, you don't need to be on all the time. We're working on that. We're getting new windows, which will help, but Danny ordered one of those Google Nests, which will go with our Nest door cam, I guess, to all be in the same system. Anyway, that was a lot. I did not pray last night. I tried going to bed early. I'm like, I'm kind of tired. I'm just gonna try and do good for my body. I'll skip braiding, but it'll be worth it because I'll get more sleep. fucking insomnia. Could not sleep. Danny comes in and he immediately turns the fan down to low because he can't sleep with the noise, but it was instantly hot and stuffy in the room. One of my nostrils swelled shut, like there was no snot, but I couldn't breathe through it. And I just suddenly got hot. I'm never hot, but like it was 40-75 with the fan on. The air was so stale and dead because we sleep with the door shut. And I just was wide awake and miserable and woke up to every last thing the entire night and morning. So that was a waste of my time. I could have braided. So tonight I'm going to braid. And I'll go to sleep when I go to sleep because I only have a few months left of not having to wake up before the sun. Anyway, I am going to say goodnight to you, but Sebastian's been missing his woof your paws, so we're gonna get one of these puppies here. Maybe Big Ben wants to do it. Sorry this clip is so long. I'm gonna have to export this off my phone because my phone's gonna be mad about a 60-minute cut. Anyway, somebody's gonna do the voice for me. Friends, I will see you tomorrow. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget,
Woof your hands.